spring is not only a great time to spruce up your home and organize your closets, but it's also time to clean up your finances. Here with some tips is financial journalist Vera Gibbons. Thank you for being here.
Good morning.
So why is this so important to clean up your finances?
It's not as much fun as cleaning up the kitchen. I don't think a lot of great tips there. But I think it's a good time to do it because people are bogged down by paperwork, by stuff, and if you have clutter around you and disorganized, you're probably going to get hit with late fees. So it's just a good time to actually take an overall assessment of things and move forward.
Okay, so let's start with our first slide that we have. Review, review, review.
Doesn't that sound like fun? So review everything.
Yes.
Your insurance, your life insurance, your home insurance, your auto insurance, something we've written about before on the Gas Buddy blog. Your auto insurance in particular because your rates are probably going up. More accidents means higher rates, higher litigation costs, higher auto repair. So that's a really important one. Also want to ratchet up the retirement accounts, maybe gear up toward ratcheting those up for the year for tax purposes. Savings and spending, I just think you should need to take a look more closely at what's coming in the door, what's going out the door, how does your budget look, and of course beneficiaries. You might want to update those. A lot of people just write down the beneficiaries and never check them. Are your beneficiaries still even around? I mean, this is the kind of thing that you need to take a look at.
Yeah, savings and spending is always good.
Oh, that's a fun category.
That's a fun category. Let's talk about streamlining your accounts.
Well, a lot of people have accounts that are lingering. They're not using them anymore. They're getting hit with fees for having those accounts. So you might want to close those. You may have different retirement accounts at different banks. You might want to consolidate those. I think it's just a good time just to streamline things. People have different accounts at different places that they've forgotten about. And
401ks from past jobs.
From past employers, and maybe they're not even in great 401k funds. So I think it's just a good time to take an overall look there and make it easier on yourself. Stay organized.
Let's talk about your next tip, going paperless. How long should you keep old statements?
Well, like your bank statements and your credit card statements, those you should keep for a while. If you've had them for over a year, though, and don't need them for tax purposes, you can do away with those. You can scan and store your important stuff, like your tax documents. Those you want to keep around for a while, and supporting documents, potentially indefinitely if you filed a fraudulent return or if there are issues with your return in general. But generally speaking, 3 years on the tax returns, even though the IRS is perfectly fine with digital copies.
Okay, and then shredding.
Shredding, yes. A lot of people get a lot of pleasure out of shredding documents. The thing is, you don't just want to toss these documents into the trash because identity theft is a big problem. Over 15 million cases last year, which was a record year for identity theft. So if you have a good paper shredder at home, start the shredding.
See, I'm always worried about that, but then when you go paperless, I'm worried about hacking and all the stuff that comes along with the computer.
You're worrying too much. I think you just got to get a cross-cutting shredder, shred away. It's very fulfilling to do that.
Yes.
It's safer than just tossing your stuff in the trash. And if you have too much to do, just send it off to a FedEx or some other store and they'll do it for you.
And your last tip, create your own financial calendar. What does this mean?
This is important because a lot of people forget certain dates, like when bills are due, and then you do get hit with late fees and everything else. So yes, just set something up on Google Calendars or in your phone. Reminders to yourself so that you don't miss these deadlines and don't get hit with those fees. I mean, it's just a pretty simple thing to do, but the idea is to stay on top of things.
Yes, it is.
On top of things.
These were some fun tips. Important.
Oh, good. Okay.
No, but really important, very important to think about, for sure. Thank you so much for being here. We always appreciate it. And you can find all the information we discussed and other financial tips by heading to our website, cbsnewyork.com.